Hello, folks. This is Jim Rasberry with Rasberry Financial Services with our January 2014 economic update. In this video, we'll be talking about some of the important events that drove market movement in January, and we'll also be taking a look ahead at what might happen in the days and weeks ahead. I ask that you please stay tuned to the end for a required disclosure statement. Now, markets ended the first month of 2014 on the down note, driven low largely by worries about an emerging markets currency crisis that is affecting the economies of countries like Turkey and Brazil and South Africa. Now, while these issues haven't affected the U.S. economy, they are being felt in the volatility of U.S. stocks. For the month, S&P 500 fell 3.5%, the Dow lost 5%, the NASDAQ was down 1.74%. And that's never fun to watch. It's never fun to watch a sell-off, but we are happy to report some positive indicators that the economy is still growing modestly. Investors got their first look at fourth quarter 2013 GDP, which clocked in at a solid 3.2%, giving us high hopes for 2014. Earnings season also began in January, and with nearly half of the S&P 500 companies reporting in, earnings growth stands at over 7%. That's the best showing we've seen since fourth quarter 2012, and its revenue growth was at 3.5%. While the December jobs report showed a troubling decline in job creation, January's weekly unemployment claims painted a rosier picture. This could indicate that the December report was tainted by seasonal factors, though we won't know until the monthly data for January is available. Until then, economists are predicting a significant bounce back, putting the labor market back on its positive trend. The Federal Reserve FOMC met during the last week of January and voted to continue its program of tapering, which is slowing its monthly bond purchases by another $10 billion to $65 billion. Investors see this move as a sign of confidence in the economy's recovery, though. We still have got a ways to go, obviously, before we can consider the economy fully recovered. Overseas, the Fed's tapering of the quantitative easing policies, compounded by local political and financial instability, is helping to drive currency sell-offs in emerging markets as investors flee local currencies and buy dollars. Over the last few years, investors have poured money into developing economies in search of higher returns. And now that the Fed is cutting back on its easy money policies, weak fundamentals in those emerging market countries are being exposed, and investors are moving capital out. That's driving down currencies and threatening growth abroad. And while these problems haven't affected the U.S. economy yet, a prolonged emerging markets currency crisis won't be good news for the global economy, and some U.S. companies may see their growth prospects fall because of declining demand abroad. It's really too soon to know how the whole situation will play out, but we are watching it. We're watching it carefully, and we're actively developing strategies to help mitigate some of the risks that our clients are involved with. Looking ahead, investors will probably see some more choppy days. As we watch to see how the emerging markets crisis affects markets, we'll wait for more domestic economic indicators to give us an idea how this thing's going to shake out. So once again, this is Jim Rasberry with Rasberry Financial Services signing off for the month of January 2014. I hope you found this commentary interesting and informative. We'll bring you the February report next month, and we're also preparing for our 2014 State of the Markets Address webcast that's coming up later this month. We'll keep you posted on dates for those events. We'd love to have you there. If you have any questions about what you heard in this update or would like to discuss your investments or your personal financial situation, please give us a call at 601-335-0024. We'd love to talk to you about that. And we appreciate you turning to us for all your market news. Now for our disclosure statement. I'm a registered representative and securities offered solely through Emeritus Investment Corp, member SIPC FINRA. AIC and Rasberry Financial Services are not affiliated. Additional products and services may be available through me or Rasberry Financial Services that are not offered through AIC. Jim Rasberry, myself, can be contacted by calling 601-335-0024 or by email at jim@rasberryfinancial.com. We believe the information in the report to be reliable, but we cannot guarantee its accuracy. Opinions expressed are subject to change without notice and are not intended as investment advice or a solicitation for the purchase or sale of any security. Please consult your financial professional before making any investment decision. We want to be that investment professional for you, and we hope that you're able to turn to us for any questions or concerns. Thanks again for being with us, and we'll see you next time.